So I look after anything that's connectivity, so that could be just a simple internet connection, a lease line, an SD-WAN, and a more complicated network. But the real passion in my background is obviously unified communications, or phone systems to everybody else. The industry's changed, the industry's moved, and whilst voice is still important, it's becoming less important than some of the other mediums out there.
Hi everybody, welcome again to our new Simoda podcast studio. I'm sat here with the lovely Jon Carr, Head of Communications and Connectivity Solutions. He's come to talk to us today a little bit about some of the top trends in communication solutions, but also just want you to be introduced to what a top guy is, Jon. You want to introduce yourself?
Thank you. Yeah, so I'm Jon. I've been here just over 6 months now. Feels like longer.
It does.
It does for everybody else.
Yeah, we have to put it with you.
Thank you. So I look after anything that's connectivity, so that could be just a simple internet connection, a lease line, an SD-WAN, and a more complicated network. But the real passion in my background is obviously unified communications, or phone systems to everybody else, and contact centre. So everything that I'm doing with Simoda now is based around trying to develop those sort of solutions with our clients.
No, that's really good. It's interesting to hear what you bring. Obviously, it's not just about systems that help people talk to other people, but it's a little bit more in depth than that, isn't it? And we work with quite a few partners, don't we?
Communications in my side of the industry is not just about telephony anymore. So the voice calls, it's about communications on all mediums. So that could be voice, is still important, but people now have changed the way that they work and how they communicate. So people are more insistent on using things like WhatsApp to communicate with businesses. Don't always want to pick the phone up. Email's obviously an old-fashioned medium, but it's still there, it's still relevant. People still want to use that. And things like SMS, I suppose, still out there, still people want to do it. But the big one for me is web chat. You know, you look at a customer or a company, you want to know a little bit more. You're unlikely to pick phone up, but you're more likely to drop a web chat in and just make an inquiry. So the industry's changed, the industry's moved, and whilst voice is still important, it's becoming less important than some of the other mediums out there.
Yeah, and if you could, I want to go into more detail about your hobbies and interests, but whilst we're talking about technology, where do you see the future of comms going? Because obviously there's the whole rise of AI, and there's a lot of tools and solutions out there. Businesses might not know where to turn, and so what does the future look like, and how maybe are you working with customers to figure that out?
I think it's hot on everyone's lips at the moment, and anybody in technology is using AI. I think my toaster's got AI nowadays, you know what I mean? It's everywhere. And comms is no different, in fairness. So some of the stuff that customers are asking for now and starting to see more of is simple stuff like transcription. So you're having a meeting, a conversation, whatever it is, and rather than furiously write your notes down, it's around, let's just record this, let's report on it, let's summarise it, let's take them actions away. But the way in which AI is developing, and it is a tool, it's not there to replace people, certainly not in the comms industry anyway. It's about how we can enhance the end user experience and the actual customer experience, so they both go hand in hand here. So if you've got a more empowered, efficient employee, you're probably going to get a better outcome for your clients as well. So AI is pushing it, and it's available now. It's had a massive rise in the last 6 months, but we can layer up that transcription and we can push it into a CRM or an ERP system. So again, efficiency, we're no longer typing notes up. It already pushes that notes into that record, which is a great time saver. We can then do stuff around scoring a call. So if you're in a contact centre, how's that call gone? Is there any keywords that have been mentioned that are red flags? Is there any words or phrases that have been used that are green flags and amber and things like that? And we can actually automate that scoring, which means that a supervisor is not having to listen through lots and lots of recordings to find a good and a bad and indifferent one. It'll actually come and score it for you, which is a big time saving. So sentiment analysis, keyword searching, CRM integration, these are sort of things that are available now, they're accessible and they're inexpensive, and that's really the way in which I can see the comms world moving. And these are things that people are possibly not aware of in some relation to what they do now, but they're there, they're tangible and they're accessible. And I think it was very soon people will be asking, much like they did back in 2020, can I have a Teams phone system? They'll be asking, can I have a phone system or a contact centre solution that can enhance what we do using AI? So I think that's an obvious path that everyone's looking at. So as partners, such as RingCentral, 8x8, Vonage, and a few others, they're putting a lot of time, effort and research into making it AI front and centre in their product portfolios.
I guess working with customers at the minute, you've just got to show them what the art of the possible is and what good looks like, haven't you?
You have. It's an education piece for some. People don't always know what's out there, and that's really what I'm here to do, is to understand what a business's challenges are, what's working well and what's not working well, and see if there's some technology that we can apply that'll just improve that for the customers and for their employees. And I think that's one of the big things in the industry right now. Is I think we've put a lot of focus on the customer engagement and possibly ignored the employees' engagement and how they work. And I think AI has shifted that massively. So whilst it does make some obvious and clear improvements to how customers can relate and communicate, it also has a big benefit in how your employees are working. So it's a real benefit, and I think I'd always say it's a tool. It's there to help you. It's not there to remove you from the workforce.
But I guess that'd be reassuring for quite a few manual workers to hear, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, me included. If it were, anybody in any walk of life, you look and think AI could replace me. Well, I think it'll replace elements of what we do, but I don't think it'll ever replace human interaction. At the end of the day, people buy from people.
Yeah. Well, talking about human interaction, you and me have worked together for how long now? Maybe
it's 6 months.
6 months.
I know it feels longer for you.
It's felt a lot longer.
A lot longer.
Yeah. No, I'm joking. It's great, by the way. It's got a bit of a dry sense of humour, but we'll let that one slide. In terms of just to so people get to know you a bit more, tell us about what interests and hobbies you've got, because obviously you're new to the business and not everybody knows you yet, so give us a brief.
No, I'm quite a boring person. I'm a family man, so I've got 3 grown-up kids, but I spend a lot of my time running. My football career were quite average and not
short-lived.
No, it went on for a while. It was just very poor. But I packed in football 10 years ago now, and I do a lot of running, bit of paddleboarding. Oh. So, although I'm probably better at running than paddleboarding, it tells you everything you need to know. And I've got a dog. I love my dog.
Yeah.
He's a great. No, he's not. It's a Whippet. Christ, I don't even know what dog I've got. I've got a Whippet, but he's a little bit overweight. Bless him. But aren't we all?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we love dogs in this office anyway. We'll let him off. So, just quickly then, what does the next 12 months look like for you and your role? I know that's a big question, one that I didn't prepare you for, but I would like to throw a curveball in at the end.
Yeah, I expect nothing less. I think for me, obviously, whilst we did an element of UC, so your phone systems and contact centre stuff previously, I think it was very much part of another role. And I think me coming in has brought some clear focus, which is obviously some of the email campaigns that you've helped me with and some of the events we've done have sort of led towards, I suppose, bolstering what we do and improving that message out to our client base, that we do unify communications, that we do contact centre solutions. So I think it's going to be a lot of that in the next 12 months, educating people to what we do, what we can do, trying to get out there and see as many customers and prospects as possible. But I think it's about building that pipeline up for me. It's about making people aware of what the technology is. And I think probably some more events. I think it's something that I'd like to do, is showcase some of the technologies that we've already got, some of the stuff that's coming out, and being able to sort of show people that are interested, these are the things that you could do with your communication systems. This is how we can implement this into your CRM to make your working life better. So I think they're sort of probably the things I'd like to focus on.
Cool. Thanks for that, John. Well, yeah, it's not a bad short video for your first ever, and I'm sure there'll be plenty more to come from John and his role as he talks through each of the communication solutions and trends and things like that you work with. But yeah, that's it for this video. Great to see you all again, and stay tuned for more from John. Thanks a lot. Simoda out.